Mario, once again, October 5th, 2025. In this video, you're viewing some motors that I have been testing. Uh, these are various motors that I've been using on my own helicopters, the sub-micro size, very similar to the Blade 120 that you're seeing there. That Blade 120, I just fixed that one. Here's another Blade 120 that was equipped with a Hughes 500 body, my own body. Um, that one broke a couple links here, so I'm using my own 3D printed links. I'm going to revamp this whole thing in 3D printed form because some of these things are a little weak on some of these older motors. Also, the plastic, when it sits over a span of 15, 20 years on a shelf, it tends to get brittle, and so some of these things have become fragile. So but this video rather is on motors, and some of these motors, like I said, are for these particular helicopters. This is my own 180 size motor that I was employing, and as you can see, it's got the MIA tag that I use on the. I also use this tag on the MIA Robin 280 helicopter. And the 280 helicopter is that helicopter that you see right there. This has been revamped from the original Robin 280. I don't show the Robin 280 here. That's a vintage helicopter. I will show that in some other video, but this is a remake of that with fiberglass parts and tough landing gear and all that. But that's a 280 size motor, typical 280 size motor that I employ on the 280. And that's why I call that the 280 size. That's the Bumblebee frame. You can see that 180 motor here, and this is I believe this is a 9 Eagles helicopter that I completely redid the helicopter with a fiberglass frame and tough landing gear. My own landing gear. Like I said in my other video, all the original parts that I was using on my own sub-micro palm size helicopters that I did way before these companies started producing those anything similar. I had already done that, and what I did is I took my original parts, like the landing gear, some of these frames, and even the blades. That's a fiberglass blade. My own wooden blades. I brought those from my original helicopters as upgrades, and I started selling those for these other helicopters that had much less resilient parts. And so that's how I got embarked on this. But these are the motors here that, like I said, I was testing them with this tachometer. It works. It's not the best tachometer, but if you do it right, you can get a pretty decent reading. And so these are the KVs that I did that so that I can have a point of reference, so that I can, because it's been a while since I've done this, so I need to redo some of these things, put them back in some of these helicopters.